All right, now it's time to get into TNA Impact, June 24th, 2005.
Yes, this is the first online edition of TNA Impact because they got no TV. And let's find out all about what was going on with TNA's TV deal situation with the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I got here all this week. I went back and tried to find kind of like the beginning of what happened here and what happened throughout and all the updates.
Good, because it is not online anywhere. I tried to look this up. I couldn't find it anywhere.
No, it's weird. It's weird. It's kind of all over the place, but we'll try to get
Wikipedia, they skip it. They don't even mention it in Wikipedia.
No, I did look at Wiki, Tony, and yeah, it's a very, it's 2 lines of what happens. Yeah, Observer, May 9th, 2005. An update on the television situation is this. TNA and FSN, Fox Sports Network, were very close on a deal last week when the 1-year contract expires in just a few weeks. So Fox Sports Net was what TNA was on at the time. It is now questionable whether FSN will sign with them or TNA will sign with them. Nevertheless, FSN insisted on a minimum 6-month contract, while TNA only wanted to make a month-by-month commitment. WGN and Spike are still in the running for TNA. For whatever it's worth, TNA officials are convinced Spike wants a wrestling show because it knows UFC, which they are bullish on, works better in conjunction with wrestling no matter what they say publicly. And if they want wrestling, they believe there's no other option. In addition, Spike continues talks with them, and there's another meeting scheduled. So that was May 9th. And this shows, June 24th?
Yeah,
right?
June 24th.
So I'm over more than a month before, they have no idea what they're doing TV-wise. So Observer, May 16th, 2005, just in TNA Talks here. In addition, there has been more talk about, after the TVs in June, the company going dark for a few months and picking up a new TV station to get out of the deal with Fox Sports Network, where the company pays $30,000 per week for time. I don't know if I realized that, that they were paying for that show.
They were paying $30,000 a week for Fox Sports?
Yes.
Okay.
Observer, May 23rd, 2005. TNA's television deal with Fox Sports Net expires with the shows on 5/28 and 5/29, and FSN wouldn't agree to a renewal term of less than 6 months. It is not definite when WGN can clear its schedule to debut the new Monday show, but there is a possibility the scheduled 5/31 Impact tapings could be canceled. If the WGN deal is inked, the current plan will be go live for 2 hours from Orlando every other Monday. To save on transportation costs, there would be a Tuesday night taping for the following Monday, so it's a similar schedule for that Raw did for several years before it became a live weekly show. There are internal forces who want to do the show live every week, so this is not a final scenario. So in 2005, they were wanting to do a 2-hour show on Mondays on WGN.
TNA struggled with this. TNA struggled with what would take them to the next level pretty much until they stopped having the option to worry about it.
And it was always this, right? It was always we had to compete with Raw.
We have to go live, or we have to go to 2 hours, or we have to go to Mondays, or
all that.
It's like they kept coming up with new things instead of, because I believe in 2009 they ended up becoming profitable, which is, for a wrestling company, that's huge. I understand that they had to shoot for the stars, but they ended up stranded in space instead of anything else in that regard.
That's a fucking baller way to put it. I like that. The Observer, June 6, 2005. With no current TV outlet, the 5/31 taping in Orlando was canceled. From the Observer, June 13th, 2005, TNA remains in a holding pattern this week with no television deal. They still have a pay-per-view scheduled for 6/19 and have up. Oh, what you mean? And have up the radio advertising. 6/19 have up the radio advertising for the show to make up for the loss of television. Much of what has happened has remained secretive all week. Sources very close to the negotiation between TNA and WGN for an 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time slot on the Superstation version of WGN. Early last week indicated talks were continuing, and they were still open at press time. There was hope something would break towards the end of the week, if not next week, but with every day that goes by, it becomes more of a question mark. It is not exactly clear what the snags are, other than they are significant. There is also a possibility of the show being only 1 hour instead of 2, which would be a WGN decision, not a TNA decision. From The Observer, June 20th, 2005, the mood amongst most in TNA, although not all, plummeted this past week when word got out that WGN officials had publicly admitted negotiations for the much-talked-about Monday night time slot were over without a deal.
Damn.
Yeah. Company sources are portraying it as they pulled out because of a better outside deal. That would most likely be rumored negotiations with Spike TV, which would be for Saturday nights starting after WWE leaves the network in late September. The WGN deal is believed to have fallen apart because TNA wanted WGN to help pay production costs for doing a live show, whether it be for 1 or 2 hours. It is believed WGN had no interest in paying for a pro wrestling programming after spending huge money on major syndication properties. That's fucking brutal. Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah, dude, we just bought Everybody Loves Raymond. We're not gonna fucking air Impact.
Yeah, dude. King of Queens is coming on, bitch. What the fuck are we gonna do with you?
We need Friends. We need to watch Friends.
So here's a little ROH thing for you here, James. Samoa Joe signed a TNA contract on June 14th. The provisions of the agreement with TNA is that they can't pull him from ROH and that he can do potential New Japan tours. In an effort to get an internet buzz on the show, and while that is better than nothing, Meltzer says, I'm not sure what that really means, but TNA wanted to book CM Punk versus Samoa Joe at Slammiversary, coming off the buzz from their match of the year high placing last year in Chicago. However, Punk turned it down because of the WWE offer. Joe was leaning towards turning it down, but it is now scheduled that he will face Sanjay Dutt in his TNA debut. Punk kind of upset some people in TNA by saying he wasn't going to come in and work with Joe. Well, I guess maybe confused and pissed off, I guess, is kind of what happened here. Because he said he wasn't going to come into TNA and work with Joe because they weren't going to let him and Joe go 45 minutes. The reaction was, good luck in your 5-minute matches on Velocity. Well, sadly, I mean, he probably did have a couple of those, but
he beat Justin Credible's ass.
he slapped the shit out of Shannon Moore and killed his bush.
Well, that's, they respected what they were doing at ROH. They respected their feud.
They did.
And they weren't going to push on that. And it's the same reason that Roddy and Aries also said fuck TNA and decided not to leave when they had the snowstorm.
That was like what a pivotal moment that was too.
Yeah, it was huge. That was like
yeah.
Having guys that believed in what they were doing was very important to ROH's image and them. Yeah.
Man.
And they respected it. And I think that's very cool. You know what I mean? Like,
that is fucking
He is
cool.
right. Like, yeah, I'm sure they would love to have this match because the internet people would be like, oh, cool, they're going to do it again. But then it's like 8, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
TNA would have got shit on, actually. What the fuck is this? 8 minutes?
James and we're all 3 of us are on the boards. What the
fuck? Fuck you!
Fuck you, Jarrett!
Larry Zbyszko, you bitch!
Dude, imagine what would have happened. They're like, okay, fine, fuck it, go 45. What, fuck it, what?
Okay, that's a good point, Tony. I don't know what the reaction of that would have been overall from wrestling fans. Like, we'd probably be like, oh shit!
They would have got yelled 45 to see what happens.
Yeah.
They would have got yelled
the
at
industry
by every over 40 dude there.
Oh my
God.
God.
They would have jumped him in the locker room, yeah.
Dude. Yeah, they would have brought Kevin Nash in to slap Joe early.
He said, this will make sense soon.
This is from Scott, and you don't need to understand it right now. That would have been pretty fucking nuts. Joe and Punk Joe and Punk cold on Slammiversary in both their debuts for 45 minutes. I mean, that's some real shit.
They just worked like the next chapter in their feud, and everyone's like, okay.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, that would have been awesome because everyone's time would have been. They probably would have sent somebody out there crazy.
D-Ray 3000.
Yeah, go out there and try to stop this, I guess. Like, yeah, Jeff Jarrett would have said, 45. I don't even get 45 minutes. I own the company.
I can't win the title, and it's my company. What the fuck?
Raven speaking in tongues over here.
Dude, Raven cuts a promo that Johnny doesn't even write down, man. What the fuck? Last thing here in the Observer, the company announced at Slammiversary it would still be doing television during the interim time. It appears they will tape once per month, doing 4 shows after every pay-per-view to save on trans, making for long evenings. So yeah, they're doing the 4-show a month thing, just in
one
to
day.
take for. So I guess it says they're taping once per month. So yeah, I guess one day, 4 shows.
And a pay-per-view?
To save on trends after every pay-per-view. So a pay-per-view and then a TV
like
day.
the day after.
Yeah, I think so. So probably
Okay.
like
Yeah, yeah, that
MLW
sounds
kind of
right,
does
yeah.
now, right?
Yeah, right. But TNA does that now, but twice a month. So it's like
That's
the
right.
ROH schedule, but ROH would sell them as full events.
Yeah, and then turn them into
They'd
right?
have 4 DVDs a month. Yeah,
That's fucking sick.
but it's not like they were releasing.
No,
you know what
sure,
I mean?
yeah,
They'd
that's
come
true.
out
Yeah,
months
you're right.
later.
But yeah, they would do that to save on trans,
Don't
making
spoil
for
the Danielson
long
match.
To save time, they did 7.5 hours of interview pre-tapes the day before, and none of those interviews appeared in front of the people in Orlando. Meltzer says, we didn't hear much about the interviews other than James Mitchell was very impressive. The shows will be used to fulfill overseas deals, will air in the U.S. late on Friday nights on Sun Sports, which is like a pay-for channel. I think it's like a premium channel. And be broadcast on the internet every Friday for free. Meltzer says it's better than nothing, but any fan who is going to watch the show on the internet has probably already made up their mind if they're buying the pay-per-views, and you aren't going to make new fans this way. So that is where we're at right now, is that we are at the very first webcast edition of TNA Impact, which
Coming off Slammiversary. Yeah.
coming off of Slammiversary, which has got to be kind of rough.
Demoralizing. Yeah, it's gotta be pretty demoralizing.
Did you watch this at the time?
I don't
Do you
remember.
remember,
I didn't watch it live, or I didn't download it on Real Player and watch it live at the time. No.
Sure.
But I knew of it and I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony, did you?
I think I watched it live maybe. I remember being a pain in the ass to try and get it to work. I remember like, what the fuck is going on? Like trying to get Real Player to stream, because it was live streamed on Real Player.
It was
right?
it was like there was a download
My
version,
internet
but
would have
yeah,
said no fucking way.
mine wasn't really fucking doing much better, but I was like, I'm watching this fucking show. This is awesome. It's got Delirious on it. So I was like, I'm watching this fucking show. So yeah, it was kind of like an RTMP thing, I think, Tony, where
Yeah,
like
you had to like type in a thing, like
a URL into Real Player.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy because I remember like that was like the very early live stream. It's like crazy to think about because YouTube wasn't even
you
a
could
thing.
do that on VLC right now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
And also, this is part of it that I didn't realize, because I guess I didn't start getting into this until either here around this time or right after this. But they also offered these shows on BitTorrent.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that TNA began offering new episodes through their website, first using BitTorrent downloads, then by streaming through Real Player, which is crazy.
they should have put that shit on LimeWire.
Yeah, dude, Kazaa TNA episodes.
Jesus, gnarly.
Yeah, so that is where we're at right now. TNA is off of Slammiversary, just lost their TV deal, and I believe their Spike deal doesn't start until October.
Yeah,
So they're kind of
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like 4 months away from getting on Spike.
All I knew was TNA's dead. They're done. This is it for them. They're over. It's
I
gone.
imagine that's what a lot of people thought, Tony.
Yeah, they
For
lost
real?
TV. That's
People say
it.
that right now.
Yeah,
That's
people
it.
say that every year for the past 20 years.
For real. This was just a speed bump for them. But yeah, I was like, fuck. I didn't know about the Spike TV deal yet. You know, I was like, oh, that's it. Watch online.
Yeah, sure.
Who knows
sure.
what's going to happen?
Sure. But yeah, so that is where we're at right now. Now it's time to talk about TNA Impact, June 24, 2005, the first show on the internet.
All right, so we start with a cold open here, Slammiversary recap of what just happened on this pay-per-view in a PowerPoint presentation.
Dude, it feels like this was a last second thing that they said, Jarrett B. Morash, we need you to fucking just record something real quick, because it sounds like he's doing it on like those old desktop like white boom mics.
That sounded like a tin can. I was not sure what he was doing.
Like shit.
Dude, yeah, I mean, it probably is the Gateway Computer long stick mic, yeah.
That's it. Yes,
Oh,
dude.
shit.
Gateway. I was trying to think of what it was.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
that
dude,
just
the
jogged
long
some,
boy with the
memory, dude.
bass
Holy
had a
shit.
shaft.
You could talk to people on the internet playing games and shit with that. I thought that shit was so fucking funny back then.
Hell
That
yeah, I
some
was
good
on
shit.
MSN going crazy on
What's
that.
up, dude? It just sounds like. He's like, oh,
But it was awesome.
yeah,
It was awesome. I definitely had one of those.
Me too, dude. I didn't even like. I'm just fucking around with it. I'm holding it most of the time, just slinging this shit around, just fucking around with
Carrying around my house.
it. Look at this thing.
Dude, I found a picture of it. Holy shit, this is it right here. This game.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, that shit was
Yeah,
awesome.
with the shaft.
Dude, yeah, mine detached from the stick down there.
Dude,
So you
they're
can
always
just fuck
broken.
around.
They're always broken.
Maybe it wasn't supposed to detach, Tony. It was just broken.
And you're holding it. I'm always holding it.
It worked though. That shit held up though. No. Fuck it. That was me. Yeah, this was me. I wasn't asking you could hear me.
Oh my god. So yeah, JB goes over what happened at Slammiversary. Long story short, Samoa Joe debuted and Raven is the NWA champion, winning in a King of the Mountain match.
Which he wasn't supposed to be in, which is
That's right.
a whole story of its own. I don't know. I guess we could talk about that here if you'd like.
Yeah, just talking about Larry Zbyszko.
Well,
Yeah,
Dusty
so-
Rhodes is out, right? He's not the director of authorities
Dusty Rhodes
anymore.
is not only out, Tony, he's shoot out. He's fired from
They can't
TNA.
pay this guy at all.
He's fucking done.
I ain't making no internet show.
That road don't work on the internet, Daddy. Maybe one of my sons
Built for
will.
TV.
Maybe one of my sons will do that internet bullshit.
Both of them. Larry Zbyszko has taken control of TNA. Jeff Jarrett is pissed, and he took Jeff Jarrett out of the King of the Mountain match because he attacked a fucking fan and was kicked out of the show.
Yeah, so Zbyszko announced that Dusty Rhodes is out of Director of Authority, which is also, I like that term, Director of Authority. It's not like, it doesn't really mean anything, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, Dusty made that up.
Yeah, and Raven showed up and slapped Jarrett, and then Jarrett got pissed, attacked a Jeff Hardy fan at ringside, brought him over the guardrail, stomped him out, which prompted what Jeremy Boras describes as Orlando's finest to show up, which just looked like the Harris brothers to me. That's very strange. Then Raven was put into the King of the Mountain match at the pay-per-view, which, by the way, looks awesome. Have we watched that match?
It's weird to see King of the Mountain without Jarrett, though. Like, I always assume he's in every one of those matches.
Well, Tony, there is something to that.
He got paid the same as Slammiversary, I'm sure.
Oh, that's well, like himself. Yeah. I make the same. So on screen, it was because he attacked.
I make the same. It was on guitar.
You could choke on that, slap ass.
So on screen, he got taken out of the match because he beat up a fan at ringside. Off screen, he refused to be in the King of the Mountain match because he said it was his match and he wasn't winning, so he didn't want to be in it.
What a mark.
Hell yeah. It's his company. It's his company and his match.
Yeah, in my world.
It's my match. How many have there been? One. Oh, okay.
It's his nickname, Tony.
There's one match.
Hey,
He won
the King of the Mountain. Come on.
How can King of the Mountain Jeff Jarrett lose the King of the Mountain match to
It's
somebody
only
else?
happened once. It's not your match. It's only happened once.
Dude, they call me Mr. Money in the Bank, and I better win.
Tony, that's
I've
called
only been in one of
tradition.
those.
Tony, it's called tradition and honor, all right? You know, and
Honor
Jeff
lives
Jarrett's
here.
full of it.
No.
And I make the same.
I make the same.
Yeah, my title, my company, my match, my world.
I'm booking the show.
Well, somehow he was not in the match, James. He taken out of it, and Raven was placed, and people were unhappy about this situation.
So, Raven won the King of the Mountain and the NWA World title, completing his destiny by coming back to TNA when Jarrett just let him kind of
Didn't want to lose.
yeah.
He was the most over guy in the vicinity when they needed to make this decision.
There's the cold open, and now from stage 21 at Universal Studios at Universal
TNA,
Orlando
TNA,
Resort.
TNA.
A total non-stop action wrestling.
Dude, I love. I always remember that. And now I love that.
Dude, that brings the feels, man. A Friday at noon or whatever, watching that Fox Sports show.
Watching it at 120p on my real player.
Brings back all the memories.
No, that shit's cool as shit. It's dope,
Yeah.
man.
I'm watching it with my boy over MSN. Welcome to
Fuck you.
Where's the King of the Mountain?
How come Jarrett's not in the fucking match? It's his match.
We're all pissed collectively on MSN Messenger.
I'm hitting the nudge button constantly. Blue, blue, blue.
Shaking the screen.
My whole screen's shaking.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know what else is awesome? This opening match. We kick it off with Michael Shane with Tracy Brooks versus James Storm.
Get out! Trent Fannel ain't no lie. Give it all down the wall.
Hey, did you guys know Michael Shane? Hey, Michael Shane's the cousin of Shawn Michaels. I don't know if you knew that.
Is that
Did you
right?
guys know that?
How is that possible?
Did you know that? I didn't know if you knew that.
Is that his gimmick?
No. He was trained by Shawn Michaels. Did you know that?
Why isn't his last name Michaels then?
His first name's Michaels.
His first name is Michaels. His name is Michael Shane, as in Michael's.
Michael's
Hayne.
Michael's Hayne. Oh, well, that makes a lot more sense. They fucking must have missed the mark on that one.
Yeah, dude. You like James Storm being a cowboy? Hey, cowboy.
Dude, I wish he had the guns. Pew pew. That's what guns sound like.
Yeah, with the cap, he'd shoot him for real. Smoke style.
That was awesome. That was
Tracy
awesome.
Brooks, dude, complete smoke show. She looks absolutely stunning here, and now she's in the TNA Hall of Fame, I believe.
Oh, dude, I thought you were making a joke. No, that's right.
No joke. Yeah, no joke. She's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
I thought you were saying she was the first ballot Hall of Fame. No, yeah.
Well, she was. Yeah.
Well, no, she was
good for her.
She was a manager for like 400 people on the show. Hell yeah, she should be in the Hall of Fame.
And dude, if you can believe it, TNA No Sacrifice is Saturday, July 17th.
Dude, when's TNA Sacrifice?
I don't know. But No Sacrifice is on July 17th.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. No Surrender might be soon too. I don't know when that is.
I want to surrender.
But I'll tell you this much: this match is awesome. These guys both do super kicks, and that's the story of the match: is that they both do super
That
kicks.
is awesome. I love
Dude,
that.
that's entire. Yeah, and Chris Harris is out here with James Storm, by the way. First ballot TNA Hall of Famer in my eyes.
It should be everyone's eyes, by the way.
That's true. Thank you. I agree. He's out here with handcuffs. I guess that's, because they find the defendants guilty.
Yeah, that's what he's telling commentators. He's out there with those handcuffs. He brings them out here every time. I always learned on TNA was like super on the nose with that shit. Mike today
He's
was
the
like,
handcuff man.
Today was like they both do super kicks, and Don West got like pissed. He's like, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that they both do
That's my
super
line.
kicks.
Dude, I wrote down fucking Don Harris instead of Don West. I should fucking get in trouble for that.
You're done.
So, I apologize. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you're not going in the Hall of Fame.
Your second ballot, I think. Or third,
Oh, come on.
You're gonna
Come
be on No Sacrifice.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm making a sacrifice, sadly. Well, yeah, Don West says this is the battle of the super kicks, two of the best super kicks in the business. Yeah, that's the whole story of the match.
And Samoa Joe debuted at Slammiversary. That's a big deal. They're talking about it in the earlier matches too, which is pretty cool.
Joe.
We have Michael Shane here, who is a heel because he's a heel because he eye pokes James Storm immediately.
In the collar and elbow.
Yeah, just eye pokes his shit out of him. James Storm tries to do a move off the top rope, but Tracy Brooks crotches him up there, and Michael Shane hits
The mustache ride.
Damn, I wasn't gonna say the mustache ride, but I was like, I don't know if we just say the mustache ride.
Listen. we can take it back. We can take it back.
We're taking it from you.
You don't get to fucking have that anymore.
Hey,
I don't know what else to call it.
I think the Hurricane used it. What did Hurricane call that shit?
It was probably called the mustache ride.
No.
Somebody else definitely had to do that, right? I gotta look it up. We gotta figure this out right here. No, but what did he call it?
Super swinging neck breaker is what he would call it.
Well, that is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Super swinging neck breaker. Okay, yeah, he hit the super swinging neck breaker off the top.
So Chris Harris grabs Tracy Brooks, and he has the handcuffs, and he has those a lot, all the time, actually.
That's what he does. He's the
them,
he's the handcuff man.
And he handcuffs people. And Chris Harris goes to handcuff Tracy Brooks because she interfered in the match. And then Michael's Hayne comes out, and Chris Harris punches his ass all the way back to Texas. Go ahead and get on out of here.
And which is not a disqualification, James. Rudy Charles, he's not going to throw out the battle of the super kicks, a big match like this, just because some bullshit on the outside. He just throws out Tracy and Chris Harris. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, both these people get ejected. They both go up their respective ramps.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. You can tell which one's bad because it's red. So we come back from commercial break.
Is that real?
I'm pretty sure the blue side was the face side and the red side.
Oh, really?
Was
I never even noticed that.
James, you might have just uncovered something no one's ever known before.
I don't know if that's true. Don't come at me.
Yeah, I never noticed that. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but it seemed like it.
I like it. I like the idea of that.
I think it was probably more red and blue corner, but
No,
whatever.
sure. No, that's good.
So, anyways, we come back from commercial break. Michael Shane hair
How the
tosses.
fuck was there a commercial break?
Yeah,
player.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we came back and the states are rolling, thankfully. Yeah, and this match got so much more time than I assumed it was going to get.
Me too, dude. I was like, I couldn't believe it went more than 4.
Me too. I thought it was going to be a 1 sec. I didn't even think it was going to go any further than that. Dude in the front row is about to fall asleep during Michael Shane's heat here.
Come on.
James Storm starts his comeback with this is a cowboy, by the way, a back body drop. He skins the cat and then a Rana.
Now, the skin the cat was not like he got thrown over the top. This was after an Irish whip.
Yeah, he just went, whoa.
He just went over.
He skinned it. He said, I'm going to do this.
What the fuck?
Tracy Brooks and Alex Shelley are talking at the top of the ramp, and as they're talking, James Storm hits the whirly bird.
Well, depending on which commentator you ask, it was the whirly bird or the Eye of the Storm.
I actually fucking like audibly laughed when he said, that's the whirly bird. I said, oh, shit.
Oh, we're rocking with that?
That's awesome. So yeah, Eye of the Storm. And James Storm is distracted by this, and of
this
course,
discussion at the top of the ramp, very far away from him.
So far away, it has nothing to do.
No, Tracy's not even his girl.
Tracy has nothing to do with James Storm.
But they're scheming, and he doesn't like it.
He's not in on the conversation. He's like, what are you guys talking about?
They must be talking about if this is the whirly bird or the Eye of the Storm.
It's the Eye of the Storm. It's the Eye of the Storm.
What?
Oh, sorry. I said the Eye of the Storm. So James Storm is distracted. Shane, of course, has his patented shitty clothesline for 2. Yeah, Shawn Michaels stole that one. James Storm.
Oh my!
James Storm puts the cowboy hat on, of course, because I forgot this was a haha match. So
he is a cowboy.
Well, yeah, I saw that when he skinned the cat and did a Rana. So James Storm puts the cowboy hat on, and it's a spinning reverse DDT off the second. That could also be the whirly bird.
That move is awesome. That is now and forever the whirly bird because I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah, that's a good name for that. That one should be the whirly bird.
That's the whirly bird. What I just did.
That's what Alex Shelley said doing the MC time. That's the whirly bird. So, Alex Shelley is run down here. He saw that move and thought it was awesome, so he ran down here on the apron.
What was that?
And James Storm then sends Michael Hayne over him somehow. It was supposed to. I guess it was
like an alley-oop.
Yeah, I don't even know how this worked. I guess. Maybe he was going for a back body and he just kind of took it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't consider how the fuck Michael Hayne, got into this situation where James Storm was able to throw him from a standing position over his head.
He's going for the famouser, maybe?
Oh, sure.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, so he throws him over him. He hits the ref and Shelley. James Storm then hits the whirly bird.
It's the 8-second ride.
That one could also be the whirly bird, I guess.
I guess that's also fair.
How the
right?
fuck does this guy do so many moves that could be the whirly bird?
And they know all of the names or none of the names.
He should try to kill Mickey James for the train.
Oh, he will.
That's what Alex Shelley was telling him on the apron. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, don't kill Mickey James. He's like, what?
Alexis Lurie.
So James Storm hits the whirly bird. The ref is down. James Storm super kicks Alex Shelley's stomach.
Okay, I think Shelley jumped off the top rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onto the scene.
Right.
And then
super kick to the belly.
Super kick to the belly. This guy is known for his super kick or his whirly birds. I don't know.
All of the above.
Yeah. Anyways, Michael Shane then super kicks James Storm, and he wins the match.
So he's the fucking master of the super kick.
Chris Harris, what was he up to?
Chris Harris he comes back down, he hits the ring, but Michael Shane's already out of the ring, which means Chris Harris isn't able to go after him and kick his ass because he already left the ring.
Oh yeah, that's true. He went up the other side of the ramp. There's like a barrier.
You get stuck there. Yeah. That's just a wrestling thing for some reason.
Yeah, so Alex Shelley and Tracy Brooks are out here for fucking 5 straight minutes, and Chris Harris said, none of this looks suspicious to me at all. I'll be on in a minute.
Maybe what it is that there's he was sorry, he handcuffed himself. He found himself guilty. Maybe maybe there is a barrier, like you said. So Tracy couldn't cross the line, but Alex Shelley could because he didn't get thrown out.
The idea that no one can cross the line until they say you can cross the line. Until TNA crosses the line,
beast.
Nobody can cross the line.
Pretty beast. I like it.
We go backstage. James Mitchell is talking to Abyss. And James Mitchell says, I'm going to derail your entire fucking career.
You're fucked.
You're going to become a complete joke, buddy. And I'm going to be the one to take you there.
You are one of my elite employees now. Dude, they're in the Abyss room, which is always where Abyss is, with this big ass chain link cage.
Yeah,
Just
James Storm's
always
trying to talk business. Or, I'm sorry, I call it James Storm.
Oh,
I wrote down James Storm.
Dude, see, it wasn't just me.
All right, now James Mitchell talking to Abyss. James Storm as Abyss. You want to be the NWA champion?
That's true. James Mitchell says, how close did you come at Slammiversary to become NWA champion, Abyss? And Abyss sneezes on him.
Dude, that shit is so crazy. How close you be to NWA champion? He has the most aggressive. He's doing the title belt pantomime.
He was great. He was fucking great. And Mitchell says, and you know what's the problem? 4 other men in the ring with you? As amazing of a wrestler as you are, the one thing that you've never gotten is a one-on-one world title shot. And Abyss sneezes again on him. And he nods his head.
Wow, this was the GOAT, man. Abyss.
He's the best.
Yeah.
And James Mitchell says, listen, I could get you that. You know, you've never had anyone to handle the backstage politics. Oh, brother.
Yee.
Or keep that parliament of swine in the championship committee at bay. You just have to give me the opportunity. Can I have that opportunity? And Abyss goes to walk away. James Mitchell grabs his wrist and turns around, and Abyss turns around and goes, and James Mitchell almost falls over. He's like, whoa. And James Mitchell says, I didn't mean anything by it, but I just need one chance, Abyss. One chance. And then he slowly backs out of the scene, which felt like a minute long of him just saying, just give me one chance while holding one finger up as he backed away. Just give me one chance. I just need one chance of this. Just one chance to get.
James Mitchell with the hair here reminds me of that dude that says, that shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Dude, oh my God. Wow. Holy fuck.
That's all I was thinking. I actually thought of here, then I looked at it in the main event, or the
Dude, the main event is even worse. Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is the most Dracula flow dude I've ever seen. Yeah, so I can see, and to me, this is still a legendary pairing. Don't get me wrong.
It is great, and I get why they felt he probably needed a mouthpiece.
I don't know. I liked him going,
I also like that as well. That is true, but you know, I could see
with arms.
It was always with arms. I can see it. I see both sides of it, but they definitely fucking just jumped the shark with this one.
And they never stopped. They just kept jumping and jumping and jumping.
They could not stop themselves from like digging the hole deeper.
Yeah. That's rough.
He shoots his mom in the back. James Mitchell's his dad. Or his dad is also dead. He has a brother.
I don't understand that. I was like, yeah, James Mitchell's his dad, but he's also his...
Yeah.
His brother retired Sting 7 days ago.
7 days
We watched that. We watched that a few weeks ago.
The final retirement.
Yeah, you guys must have missed it. Triple A put out Sting's final match. Him and Judas Messias.
It was great. You should watch it. Magnus was there somehow.
So was Abyss.
Yeah,
and Abyss was
Jarrett was there too. It was TNA.
Yeah, he wasn't the king of the mountain though. So.
He probably won the king of the mountain at Triple A. So we go to a pre-tape. Mike Tenay is talking to Truth and Conan of the 3 Live crew in the ring. No fans or anything, just like before the show.
Empty arena. Yeah, empty arena. It's a 3 of them, but there's also one extra chair. They're all in like director's chairs. I don't know why. And there's one extra chair. I guess it was in Universal Studios, so that's all the chairs they had. There was one extra chair there with nobody in it. And Tenay says, Truth and Conan, over the past couple months, we've seen a wild range of emotions. And when I look down on the end and see the empty chair, and the word I think of is separation. BG James? He was invited to this interview, and he no-showed. What's going on? And Truth says, BG gave me his word, and fucking word is bond. That's real shit. That's all I got to say. And Conan says, yo, let me speak on this.
That's enough.
He says he's going to keep it real, and this hurts. He said, BG, we don't know where his head's at. You know, I made a mistake at Slammiversary, and I fess up to it. I was going into business for myself, and I got distracted by the Outlaw. But you know our history. What history do you have with the Outlaw? Or is he talking about BG James?
No, he's talking about the Outlaw, Kip James.
Kip James? Cute Kip?
Dude, speaking of, Kip James is here now, and Wait a minute, in the back, is that BG James?
Oh no, it's someone wearing a 3 Live Crew beanie as well as a shirt that says B Jizzle on it. But oddly enough, I'm not too sure that's BG James. That looks a lot like Monty Brown.
Monty Brown actually plays a better BG James than BG James does.
Dude, he's fucking tremendous. Yeah, Outlaw comes out and he distracts them. He says, I hear you guys have a bunch of questions. Well, I have all the answers, but of course I don't expect y'all to believe me. But listen to BG himself. And behind them is Monty Brown in this whole get-up B-Jizzled shirt. And Monty Brown does the whole thing. He says, hey, I'm right here. Let's kick it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Oh, shit. And Truth and Conan turn around like, what the fuck? And Monty looks at him and says, oh, are you not entertained? And they go to kick his ass, but the Outlaw, for those that don't know, Outlaw, Kip James, Cute Kip, is Billy Gunn. Outlaw gets in the ring and fucking him and Monty Brown jump Conan and Truth. They stomp him out. Outlaw gets on the mic. He says, Mike, today, go ahead and run off. Let me finish the interview for you. BG, give it to him. And Monty Brown does the whole fucking thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, TNA Entertainment proudly brings to you the two that, if we want to be, will be tag team champions of the world. The Alpha Male Monty Brown, Mr. Giving It To You Raw, the Outlaw, and screw the 2 Live Crew. And then they both cross chop them.
Dude, Monty Brown has got to chill because he's about to make me a fucking fan of BG James here, bro.
Dude,
I was like, wow, you're too good at this. You're better than he is. Dude, he said, Mr. Giving It To You Raw, the Outlaw. I was like, come on. That's what I said. I did not fuck with this guy at all. But I go, Mr. Giving It To You Raw, come on.
Dude, I was like, wow, is there a fucking Billy Gunn Monty Brown tag run that I don't remember?
Wow, that is
probably during the internet era, right? Maybe.
Yeah, they were like, fuck it, we're on Real Player. Give whatever, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Monty Brown, go be BG James for a minute.
You all right?
BG James had to come back immediately and said, I'm about to lose my job. Yeah, Monty could do anything and everything they ever wanted to do.
Yeah, it is insane that he didn't get the title. Absolutely fucking insane to me.
Yeah, it is. So we go to David Young versus Shark Boy.
Dude, my mind could not stop getting blown to smithereens as entrances were happening here. David Young comes out looking good in the trunks.
The spine buster god? Are you
He's
kidding
the god
me?
of this shit. He's the god of this shit.
Yeah, and then you got Shark Boy. He's the god of what or something. He's Shark
Boy is the god of litigation. He's suing motherfuckers. That's his angle right now.
Yeah, they legit talk about that on commentary. He's suing Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Yeah, we've talked about it on the show before because I think we talked about like maybe the end. He did win that.
He did win, yeah.
Did fucking win that. But that's like, yeah, he's legit on the show because they wanted to talk about him being in the news suing Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
And fucking, man, they had an all right match. I was
fun.
like, all right,
It was a fun
cool.
match, yeah.
I mean, I already knew Shark Boy was going to win because you can't spinebuster a shark, you stupid son of a bitch.
That's just science.
I tell you this, I always liked that SoCal Val as the timekeeper. She was like a super mark for all the faces.
She did the Shark Boy taunt.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
David Young's here, and he's a spine buster god. And if he hits a spine buster, it's
You're done.
over.
You're
Like,
done.
he
That's
can't.
it.
So David Young starts off hot here, hitting the Shark Boy with the power slam into a chin lock.
Mr. Boy.
Mr. Shark to you, buddy. So a little kid in the front row, he does the power slam into the chin lock, and it cuts to a little kid in the front row, and he throws that shit up crazy. He's real into the spine buster god. He's in David Young.
I thought you were meant he threw up the Shark Boy.
No, he threw up the fucking David Young. He said
What is the David Young?
I don't know, Matt Hardy version 1. I don't know what they get through up.
Yeah, sure. The
It's kind of similar, yeah. David Young.
Virtually.
Version of 1.0, dipshit. So Young hits a kick into a neck breaker combo here, and then another chin lock. I said, oh,
dude,
shit.
he's fucking rocking.
Dude, this is Perry Saturn on a Heat type beat.
Perry Saturn would have horrifically injured this man by now if this was Perry Saturn on Heat.
No, this is Shark Boy.
Head first through the middle rope.
You have another lawsuit on your hands, buddy. So this is where they talk about Shark Boy's ongoing lawsuit, and Shark Boy actually wins a good amount of money, settles I think on this one. So
I think they say MTV.com is reporting the legal battle that he has with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and Don West says Shark Boy feels like the name is his. He's got it copyrighted.
Look at him, man. He's a fucking shark.
This is the Shark Boy has fucking copyrights.
So David Young goes for a springboard, but Shark Boy drop kicks him.
David Young has no right fucking doing springboards. You stay on the ground and do your spine buster.
Goat. Are you kidding me? The spine buster, God.
That's true.
Oh man, yo. All right, so Shark Boy gives him 10 in the corner with the shark bite.
Beast. Big
Always
pop
for that. Yeah, that's awesome.
David Young invents a move.
Dude, what was this?
This
is why he's the god of the spine buster. He is like a spine buster into a gut buster.
it was like he was comboing moves. He was mashing X and square and comboing.
You probably
it was
did this shit on
unbelievable.
Tekken or something. I bet you something like that.
It was like, he caught him in a fucking, it was like a black hole slam, but then he spun him around into like a face plant. I said,
he caught him on the side and just said, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, what the
Send him
fuck?
over. I don't know.
That was
He's the god
awesome.
of whatever this was.
He's the god of this shit. I promise you that. That was the whirly bird.
No, you're sued. You're sued.
Shit,
You're sued.
Yeah, you get your ass sued right
Oh,
now.
come on, guys.
Shark Boy suing your ass.
Shark Boy.
So
Yeah, he's suing everybody out here.
He's winning. So Shark Boy goes with a deep sea drop, and he then rolls up David Young and wins.
Yeah. He went forward. David countered. David went for a clothesline. Shark Boy rolled him up, and he beat him. He fucking beat his ass because he couldn't do the spine buster. I mean, that's really all it was.
Instead, he hit the fucking whirly bird.
He did.
What is this fucking move?
Dude, there's a move here that I was like, wow, that is crazy. And there's a move later, maybe in the main event, that I was like, what is... There's two moves that I've never seen before in my life on this show.
There,
yeah, for sure.
So we go backstage. Jeff Jarrett is yelling. Larry Zbyszko is yelling. Some of my favorite promos ever are two old heads just yelling. This is kind of the funniest shit ever.
Dude, I feel like that Zbyszko's whole run was yelling at people. He was just yelling at
he's a
Raven,
loud
yelling
dude.
at Jarrett,
Yeah.
yelled at everybody.
And this potentially is also in the Abyss room or off to the side of it. Looks very close to it. Jarrett is wearing a big fucking suit with crazy facial hair.
Yeah, he looks like he's distraught.
He does. Well, he looks stressed because, he was supposed to be in the King of the Mountain match. That is his match, and he wasn't in the match. I don't understand. It's his match.
Dude, and I've been saying that, and honestly, if you disagree, Shark Boy's going to sue you, and it's over.
Yeah, you're going to get sued. I hope nobody says that here.
Nope, never said it once. Nope.
Yeah, all right,
okay,
good. Now we're on the same
It's
page.
always been whatever you want me to say so I don't get sued.
That's what it's all about. That's America.
1,000%. Larry Zbyszko says, Jeff, I tried to tell you, you had your title shot. King of the Mountain was your title shot. It's not my fault you beat up some fan and got dragged away by the Harris brothers. I was in a tight spot. And Jarrett's yelling, I'm the number one contender. And Larry said, well, what about no surrender? I have this guy that deserves a title shot more than anybody, the Monster Abyss. And Jarrett says, Monster Abyss!
That shit was so funny. The Monster Abyss!
What the fuck? Larry says, well, what about the new talent that wants to come in here? And Jarrett gets pissed. He says, new talent? He starts taking off his jacket. He's new talent? What are you talking about? He said, this is Planet Jarrett. This is my world. Who's the new talent you're talking about? I deserve a title shot. And Zbyszko just fucking walks off frantically.
Dude, that is... I love old people yelling promos. I can't
great.
get enough of them. Yeah, this is really good.
I feel like commissioners or like director of authorities and all have to be old fucking crazy dudes.
Yeah, and they have to have the voice of just, it's something about Southern old dudes yelling. It's just fucking funny as shit every time. The Monster Abyss!
You're telling I want to hear
awesome.
Abyss do this interview and said, new talent.
I can't help you beat up a fan.
All right, no problem. I don't want to get sued. Abyss and Amish Roadkill's taunts very similar.
Oh,
maybe
shit.
maybe the same exact thing.
No, come on.
Aren't they?
No, because Abyss comes in with like almost like an X.
Yeah, okay, he crosses
And
over more,
Amish
but
comes
Amish
over
Road
into,
stops
like-
at the churn butter.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. Abyss, better watch out for you get sued.
But have we seen Amish Roadkill and Abyss in the same place? Two big guys, two agile guys. Amish
Would you guys
Roadkill-
like to see that at DPW?
Go to- Let us know.
Yeah.
Deep what
Let
the
us
dog
know.
doing, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. We'll do that for y'all. So we go to we won't. So we go to Samoa Joe
Never.
versus
Watch the show.
Delirious up next.
Yeah,
this is Samoa Joe's Impact debut, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes,
he
it is.
just
Yes, it is.
he just wrestled at Slammiversary. I think it was against Sanjay. Whooped his ass, and now he's facing Delirious. And this is like the part. So, like I said earlier, I watched this when it came out, and I vividly remember being fired up because I saw in the TNAWrestling.com description that Delirious was facing Samoa Joe. I said, "Whoa, Delirious is on here. That's fucking cool." Because I already knew Joe was on, so I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit, okay."
sure.
And I liked Delirious. I thought was fucking cool, and I actually for a while. I kind of was surprised that he never got picked up by anybody. He was like a mask dude that could have sold a ton of masks. He had like a frantic gimmick. He's never going to be more than
He
like a
was a
mid-card
perfect
guy.
heat jobber.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He like they probably
WWE
could have
fans
sold
would have took to this gimmick.
100% true. He
Yeah.
probably would have fit in TNA too. But he probably would have ended up with a biz.
Eric Young.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, he would have ended up with Eric Young.
Yeah.
And
But he
David
was-
Young.
He was well, brother. But he was a solid worker, and his gimmick was over with anytime I fucking saw it. So I was always surprised he didn't get signed somewhere.
So we have Samoa Joe versus Delirious in a match where Joe is going to beat the dog shit out of this dude.
Dude, just
This is all I ever asked for.
annihilate him, and like they put Joe over crazy on commentary. They even talk about Joe dominating ROH for 3 years. Mike Tenay on commentary says Joe has dominated Ring of Honor for the past 3 years. Currently, they're pure champion, and now trying to prove to the world he can compete with the big boys in TNA.
Oh shit!
I am sure that Gabe had a very, very calm response to that. I'm sure a mass email wasn't sent out to everybody. He's grabbing pencils, fucking just snapping them, throwing shit across the room. What are you saying?
He's at the ROH school. Mitch Franklin is getting beamed in the head with 3 chairs in a row.
That shit is fucking. I know his ass was like, "What are you talking about?" Because he's
Yeah.
like, "You want to compete with the big boys? It's Samoa Joe versus Delirious. Fuck you! Somebody send an email."
Christopher Daniels is in your main. Michael Shane was in your opener.
Dude, this is an RH undercard talking about the big boys in TNA. Fuck you. But yeah, that was cool. That was cool that you mentioned the ROH Pure Championship.
Given the Iggy was
So,
very nice. Yeah.
I mean, putting the compete with the big boys at TNA was crazy, but I understand the ROH Pure. Yeah,
The first part was definitely TNA, and the second part was definitely TNA.
yeah, you're right. Yeah. And the third part was Gabe sent an email to everyone. So Samoa Joe
And you're sued.
and you're done. And Shark Boy's actually going to ROH. So Samoa Joe takes control of this early. He does the rolling leg sweep on Delirious
That is awesome.
because Delirious runs around the ring crazy.
Yeah, when you ring when the bell rings, he goes fucking crazy, bah, 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 and he runs around the ring, he gets crazy, gets in the ring, and Joe just steamrolls him he rolls his entire body on the floor to leg sweep him.
Young Joe, I don't know how to tell you all this for people who have just seen him, I guess, in the last 10 years or so. 20, honestly, almost close to 20 years now.
Wow.
But yeah, younger Joe was a complete fucking monster.
He was like the best. Like right now, he's the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah. I feel like Joe took a lot of inspiration from like Otani.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think I heard him say that on like a shoot or something.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Like a lot of the juniors at the time. But like
he does the fucking
but he
face
was
wash and shit,
huge.
right?
Yeah, but he was huge. So I was like,
that's
wow,
true.
this
Yeah,
guy's
yeah,
doing
yeah.
some like really crazy shit. I think we all agree that like Joe's one of our favorite wrestlers ever though.
Yes.
And younger Joe was like such an absolute monster.
An aura, like no other.
And they booked him like one, and he was never not booked like until the run was over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, until the run was over, he was booked in both companies like
a
the best
monster.
ever.
Yeah.
He's a guy that like totally understands wrestling. I wish I understand. I understand that Joe's like way like at the end of his career, and like I'm sure he doesn't really give a shit about independent wrestling very much anymore.
But
I'm not even talking about coming to work. I mean, like I
Yeah,
would just
sure.
I'd love to talk to Joe just to agent something, or just be like, even if he was like a consultant, like if he just watched the show and like emailed us and said, hey, here's what I liked or didn't like, or like
Right.
maybe something you should do. I feel like his mind is so like there's not a mind like this.
no, probably not. Probably very few from that era that were like that are left that are still fucking rocking, right?
Yeah, I like, especially guys that like get it and like
Yeah.
it's such like, and I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad he's in AEW. I'm glad he's doing that. And I totally understand if like he doesn't give a shit about indie shit. You know what I mean? Like it totally makes sense to me. But
yeah, sure, of course. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, but god damn, if we could like just like an email
just
or something,
a seminar or whatever.
Like, I would have switched around that third and fourth match, or like I would have did this like this and tell me like, hey, I hear you and I agree.
That's your gateway mic.
So it's just something I watched this match, and that's the first thing I wrote down here was like,
please, Joe, help.
I wish Joe we could get him in the mix. Anyways,
just one email.
Just watch the show. I don't even need you to come to the show. Just watch the show and like email us or something. You don't even need to know my name. You can say Mr. DPW.
Mr. Fuck you.
Yeah. Love you, Joe.
Joe.
Where's the brown shirt? Break up the brown shirt.
Ole. We were there.
We've been there the whole fucking time. Every company. Every one of them.
Joe. I watched your fucking UPW shit.
Dude, yeah, Joe. Yeah, rolling leg sweep, man.
That was
Sweet
awesome.
Monster, running knee in the corner, face washing the boot
yeah.
scrape. Yeah, dude, yeah, that's awesome. Joe's was better. I don't care.
That's fair.
Mike Tenay, fucking just putting this guy over. Don West is freaking out at everything that he's doing.
Dude, there's one combo, the classic Joe combo that Delirious, I guess, maybe he wasn't doing it enough yet and people weren't familiar or what, but Joe almost kills him on this fucking thing. Dude, Joe does the back chop with Delirious seated, and then he usually follows it up with a kick to the chest to put him down, and then hits the ropes for the running knee. Well, Delirious takes the back chop, falls down, and Joe's like, oh shit, okay, I can't kick you. So Joe hits the ropes, then Delirious is sitting up, and Joe's already committed. So Joe just jumps up in the air and knee drops him on the head. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that was like one of my favorite combos, man. Like I thought that shit was so cool.
He still does it.
He does the knee still.
Yeah. I think he does the back chop kick and then running knee.
He doesn't do the sick kick fucking
no, I don't think he does that, no.
Yeah,
he did it on the stairs.
No.
Oh, sorry.
So Joe locks in abdominal stretch on Delirious.
Dude, this
Cranks
is
it crazy.
Crazy abdominal stretch with extra hooks and theatrics where he's fucking just cranking on it crazy.
He's cranking it.
And then the ref, like, I felt like the ref called for him to stop, and I was like, is this his new submission that I just never have seen before? Because it could have been.
Oh, yeah, it could have been. Any guy smaller than him? Dude,
it was awesome.
Kill this guy. Yeah, that was awesome. He was really cranking it. And Delirious can't say I quit because all he can say is bop. So the ref is like, I don't know. Just keep it going.
That's like Matt Hamill not being able to tell the ref he was concussed because he's deaf. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, it definitely could have been over right there, but Joe's got about 40 more moves to hit, so this is awesome. Abdominal stretch, gets him out of it. Fucking ST Joe out of the corner. I mean, just no remorse. I'm glad that him and Delirious were boys because he killed him with this shit.
He crushed him with the ST Joe. Tenay says Joe's like a UFC fighter that kind of brings that mentality to pro wrestling. I said, oh shit.
Yeah,
that's
Spike,
awesome.
Please get us.
Spike, we love UFC.
Look, this is a UFC fighter. So Delirious hits a little combo of moves here, gets a little hope, a little bit, and then Joe snap power slams his ass crazy.
Immediately fires up, snap power slam, yanks him off the ground, throws him in the corner and yells, Muscle Buster! And Don West is like, oh, this is just mean. I said, whoa, that's fucking... Then Joe hits him with a Muscle Buster, and Don West says, that is devastating.
Dude, picks his head up off the ground after the Muscle Buster, Coquina Clutch. He calls that the Coquina Clutch.
Coquina Clutch, and then he wins by pinfall. What?
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, yeah, they show the Coquina Clutch, they zoom in on the Delirious face, and all of a sudden I see the ref counting 3, and I said, what? And Don West says, oh, it's a pinfall.
It's one of those UFC 3 counts.
where you slam the mat? 1, 2, 3.
Everyone's favorite.
Like, okay, this is very confusing here.
Dan Henderson S.
H-bomb! Bang! Oh, Michael Bisping's fucked! His eye!
He's dead! There's something about a Samoa Joe squash that gets me riled up.
It is awesome because all of his moves are awesome.
He does all the best moves.
Yeah, man.
And kicks your fucking ass.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. He holds a choke in after, and the ref tried to get him off, and Delirious goes limp, and that's when he lets him go. I was like, this is the best. This is the best dude ever.
Here he is. Yeah,
Fucking
what else
awesome.
do you need? Here he is. So now it's time for the main event. We get Elix Skipper. Say it. Say my name. Prime time, baby.
Yeah.
And he's facing off against Christopher Daniels, who is the X Division champion currently. Non-title?
Yes.
Yeah, non-title.
Yes?
It's
Non-title, yeah.
I think I thought Skipper was the heel here, but I think he's the face because Daniels turned on him.
They both look like heels to me.
Yeah, I thought
They
so,
were
but I was
working heel. No one's cheering. I said, this is weird.
Well,
And
the
Elix
beginning
Skipper
Skipper was a
jumps-
heel, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but maybe that was him getting his revenge on Daniels.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe it was
okay.
a gray area
Yes.
situation.
So Skipper comes out for his entrance and he sprints across the building one tunnel to the other because he wants to hide beside the tunnel that Daniels is going to come out so he can jump him. And that's exactly what he does. He jumps him. They fight outside the ring.
I like that.
Yeah, I did like that too, actually. They're in the ring and Elix Skipper hits a fucked up Wade Barrett finisher. I don't know what he's going for.
Wasteland?
Yeah. I don't know what he was going for. Skipper controls most of the match as we go into the commercial, and he's controlling it coming out of the commercial as well until Daniels hits a neck breaker. TNA also announces here that Samoa Joe will face Chris Sabin at No Surrender.
They're about to cook.
Must have been fucking, I'm sure that was awesome.
They're about to cook. Yeah, guaranteed. He's always handing his paper. On the internet.
Chris Sabin in the fucking yellow black drugs.
Dude, oh my God. Yeah,
The
Chris
aliens.
Sabin is the GOAT.
Yeah,
That's the
dude.
GOAT.
Yeah, that's the
they
fucking
had them all,
machine
man.
right
They had
there.
them all.
The yellow black alien trunks, dude. Oh, that was my fucking guy.
Wow, man. What a worker, too.
Yeah,
He had
hell yeah,
so many
he still
moves.
can go.
He had
Just the same.
so many cool moves back then. That was like
did.
the trademark of the X Division back there. Was like, how many cool moves do you got, buddy?
A lot. I got a lot.
Yeah, I got fucking a lot. You don't even get me started.
They do a text scrolling graphic, or not graphic, just text scrolling at the bottom advertising No Surrender. Like nowadays, you get a match graphic, lower third kind of thing. This is just text scrolling the
Dude,
whole
ROH just
time.
do that on the DVDs too.
They did.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, which kind of I had a
I
soft
kind
spot
of
for
fuck with it. Yeah, wave 2 RuneScape text across the bottom of the screen. Yeah, let's go.
That was awesome. Daniels does a crazy chop to the back of Skipper's head with theatrics. I don't know what he was going for there.
Dude, the Ugin Truce kick.
Yeah, dude. Skipper fucking nails him in the head with that fucking thing. That was crazy. The crowd is starting to cheer for Skipper, so I'm like, okay, this is where I was like,
They're actually
oh.
going kind of back and forth on what I heard was
Yeah.
Primetime and Daniels. Yeah,
And I was like, I'm fucking who is hello?
He's
Who
like
is
both of them.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're both so cool. You got to cheer for both of them,
Daniels tries to leave up the ramp, but Skipper runs after him, throws it back in. Daniels then rolls out the other side, and Skipper hits him with a corkscrew plancha.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then buckshot lariat for 2.
Yeah, dude, it looked clean too.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. And then this is the move I was talking about. Skipper hits he goes for like a sidewalk slam into a power slam into a rock bottom.
Yeah, it was like a catatonic uranagi or something.
Yeah, I was like, what is this
Yeah,
fucking
you're
thing,
right.
man?
I
It was
wrote, He
awesome.
hits a fucking, I don't even know.
The whirly bird.
Yeah, it was another whirly bird. Come on.
Skipper is walking Daniels down, talking shit. Daniels grabs his trunks and fucking hangs him up on this middle rope there. Hits a flatliner, Koji clutch, and Skipper taps out. And Daniels gets the win over his former friend. What a shame.
This was a going into intermission ROH match.
Yeah, it was first half main event.
Yeah, this is legit. It was worked the exact fucking same way. Like down to the Daniels only beats him because he's smart enough to like create the separation.
That's exactly, yep.
And I was like,
exactly.
wow, this is a fun show.
Yeah, man. And
I
well,
enjoyed
thankfully
it.
they're here with the big boys now.
Yeah, well, now when does the upper card start? We gotta get to that part next. Oh yeah,
Well,
wait,
Raven
Raven.
was probably in the upper card of ROH shows. So.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. So we go to a TNA No Surrender commercial.
Yes.
And it's pretty cool. They have it played out pretty well here. I like this.
This is very cool. They have shots like the production TNA had, especially this time, and even more so when they get on Spike, is awesome. They I think the one we talk about the most is like the shots in the rain.
Yeah,
Those are all time.
Those are
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
ever.
I mean, they should because they were awesome. They were awesome.
Yeah, I think that was cool as shit. And I also, I guess it makes more sense when I think about it in the sense of they had money to spend. If they were spending $30,000 just to be on FSN,
Sure.
you know,
yeah,
like
that's
of
true.
course they
Yeah,
had
you're
the
right.
best. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool.
That's fair.
So we get a no surrender little gimmick here before we go into the Raven Town Hall here to finish this off. He's the new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Not for how long does he have this for? Not too long, right?
Not very long.
Because it's my
Jarrett's
world.
Yeah. You hold it for me.
Yeah, keep it warm, brother. Raven comes in through the crowd wearing the NWA title. And listen, I love Raven, but this promo was just a bunch of hoopla. I just fucking don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Just talking about his, his youth and
What you mean?
I legit wrote, he says a lot of shit. I don't understand any of it, but it sounded cool. Except there's one guy in the crowd just going, "What?" Just one dude.
It is the one guy. He's like on hard cam backwards side. I've risen from the ashes of broken youth. What?
I think he also yells, "Shut up!" What were you saying? This is like what?
Oh, this is like Raven if like Raven's done with wrestling.
This is I
There was
completely understand what you're saying.
Nothing.
This is AI
inspired.
generated Raven.
Wow, that is a great way to put it because
that's
exactly what it felt
started
like.
saying shit.
He's just hitting all the fucking lines.
Yeah, Raven says he completed his destiny. James Mitchell comes out and he says, "If you're through with your incoherent gibberish," which is correct. He says, "You probably thought you'd never see me again after you left me bloody and bruised."
Yeah, was that in TNA or was that like an ECW thing? Which might have been an ECW thing because he was kind of with
Mitchell
Raven.
just coming into TNA, right?
Oh, is this his first time here?
I think
Maybe
this
you're
is
right.
the first time he comes in. Yeah.
Oh, so it had to have been ECW then. Yeah. Wow.
He's, "I'm alive, bitch."
He's I'm alive and well, and I'm personally going to see it. The only thing you're destined for is failure. And Raven says, "Oh, I always enjoy he's not even Raven anymore. This is just him being Scotty."
He's just talking. Yeah.
I always enjoy the inane mutterings of a half-wit, and your tears of pain have brought me nothing but joy. But the fact that you're back gives me even more excitement, because that means you have returned for a second helping of the even flow. That's what he said there.
No, he didn't.
That's what he said.
"You returned for a second helping of the Raven Effect."
I heard it.
The Raven Effect DDT.
No, that's not the move. God damn it. James Mitchell says, "I'll keep flapping your gums, you scumbag."
Bitch.
Raven says, "It looks like you're going to try to get on the bandwagon of, oh, please, Abyss, let me be your manager." But I like to think he's smart enough to realize, but he probably isn't, that even the most wondrous of vipers make poor pets. What the fuck are you talking
He's just
about?
fucking talking. But even the most wondrous of vipers make bad pets.
Yeah, dude.
Sir, are you okay?
Shut up! Yeah, what's wrong
Are
with
you
you, man?
good? Is
Was
everything
this
all
not
right?
a planned seg and he just had to fucking go into the back
No,
of his
it was
mind
just
for a
fucking
promo?
TNA, so his mindset was
Yeah.
probably, I don't know, whatever.
I don't want to be here. Well, James Mitchell says, "Just remember, Raven."
I was doing the same promo at WCW, get paid $75,000 a night.
I know I gotta lose to Jarrett soon. That sucks.
I'm working with James Mitchell in front of 85 people again.
I was doing the same for $75,000 a night.
I guess I'll go ride the Hulk ride after this.
I want to see the Blue Man Group. Mitchell says, "Just remember, Raven, revenge is a dish best served cold, and dinner is served, and Abyss hits the ring." But Raven, because James Mitchell gave him the Iggy, already knows that Abyss is coming, turns around and starts stomping out Abyss, hits him with a discus clothesline that Abyss bumps on, and the crowd is chanting, "Oh, Abyss!" Which is tremendous. Raven goes for the even flow,
Goes for the Raven Effect DDT.
but Abyss counters it, ducks a line, Raven hits the ropes and gets caught with the black hole slam.
He throws the X so crazy.
Yeah, it's the best. He is the best. This is the best version of
This
Abyss
is definitely
in my mind.
peak Abyss. Yeah, this is peak
Yeah.
Abyss.
And he does win the title eventually.
He wins it like Kane style, though.
When does he win it? Is it long after this?
He wins it and then like loses it immediately.
Oh,
He does,
no,
like, one
not
day,
Kane
right? I
style.
swear
Yeah,
it was
it's
very
Kane
strong,
No,
yeah.
not Kane style.
Dude, that would have been awesome. Like a town hall with those two dudes. Hey, Abyss.
What does that mean? Okay, I gotta go.
Two of the best ever right there.
Well, Abyss grabs this big ass chain that he carries around and he wraps around Raven's neck and he chokes him to death. And the show ends with Raven dying.
Yeah,
As far as I know. That's what it looked like, at least. But yeah, that is the first internet edition of Impact. And it's a tight 45-minute show. Just all the ROH dudes you could possibly ask for on this fucking thing. And they're building to no surrender. But yeah, this being right after Slammiversary is like, it's got to be kind of a kick in the nuts.
It's got to be rough, I imagine. Yeah, that's got to be I'm sure so it's so crazy to see the difference in respect, honor, tradition between the guys that want to be here and the guys that are here because they have to be here.
Right. Yeah.
And Samoa Joe. Yeah. And Samoa Joe's about to grab the mic and shoot on all of these guys.
I don't care.
What are you gonna do? Fire me? Yeah, I don't care. Well, come on. Like the people that want it are the people they don't care about, and the people that that don't give a shit at all. It's like, damn, I'm not watching unless they're on the show. Like,
no,
there's probably some
way.
people that have been, I can't imagine how many people on the internet were looking for the Raven promo, but I assume on TV that people were probably like, I need to see the fucking world. I need to see Raven. I need to see Jeff Jarrett.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
I can't imagine this. Whatever. I can't imagine they rewrote the show because they thought it was going online. I imagine this is what was going to happen on FSN anyway.
Well, yeah, probably.
I imagine so.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, you're completely right, man. There's definitely some dudes just they make it, and then it's like anything under that is just fucking. I'm here for the pay, which is not always bad, but it's hard to swallow sometimes when you got guys like Joe that wanted the fucking take over the world. Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he
man.
saw TNA as like, this is our opportunity to take over. Like AJ, Saban, all those guys did.
And they believed it forever.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Joe believed it forever.
Yeah, dude. For longer than he probably needed to. Yeah. Same with AJ, honestly, but
AJ, they were
they had
paying
AJ
him
on
well
top
until
most
they
of the
weren't.
time. Yeah, that's true. Also that's true.
And then for some reason they forgot that he was a top guy, Grand Slam, Triple Crown champion. So
when did that happen, dude?
Yeah, that was weird.
But yeah, that is TNA Impact, June 24, 2005, the Real Player Edition.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, dude, I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed it very much. A tight 45-minute show. I'm always a big fan of those. And I just
a lot of the matches got time. Yeah, like this was all cool to me. All the stuff that didn't need a ton of time didn't get a ton of time.
No, not
all
like
the
it was
stuff
like
that did.
the Raven thing sucked, but it was like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I was. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, all right.
Very end of the show. Yeah, tight show. And goddamn, do I love me some TNA.
Me too, man.
That is it for our show. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Make sure to check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/DeadlockPW. We got millions and billions of hours over there. Oh my fucking god.
In the world.
The best Patreon you've ever fucking seen in your life. God damn it. We got UFC 4 on that son of a bitch. Get over there. Come on now. Right. Stop fucking around with us because we got the best independent wrestling company in the goddamn fucking world. We're sick of playing around. DPWOnDemand.com, DPWTIX.com. Check out all this shit because we're fucking rocking over here. We're taking over the world, motherfucker. So you either get on or get the fuck off. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Deadlock Podcast.